Wildwood Baseball Park, where you can see Sheboygan North warming up. They are going to be the visitors tonight as they play Sheboygan South. It'll be the third meeting between these two teams. But Chris, tonight counts. Joining me on the broadcast is Chris Wright, retired longtime coach from North. What's up?
Well, yeah, with the strange weather this year, they've changed the schedule a little bit, and we're supposed to be starting the second half of the season, and we're starting the season in conference play. All games that have played in conference before are all non-conference, so tonight, Marty, you hit it on the head. It all counts.
We mentioned that there are 10 conference teams. Each school will play the other school in the conference, which means it'll be a 9-game schedule. You've coached for over 20 years, almost 30 over at North. Did you ever have a situation like this where they amended the schedule?
Back in 2013, we had a similar situation, but at that time I believe we had 12 teams in our league. East and West had just left, and what we decided to do then was we played everybody basically in the South part of the conference twice, and everybody on the other side once. And we just had like 2 6-team, conference things or whatever for a conference championship.
So it's still made for a pretty healthy game, set of games.
Right.
Instead of just the 9.
For some reason, I don't know if we counted it as a one conference, but I know that year we were the division champs.
Which doesn't really mean much, does it?
Well, we won our half. Problem was we lost to the other side, so.
In a playoff?
We just lost more, of the
Their league
northern
champs
teams.
had a better record than your.
Yeah, so we were not overall conference champs. We were just, I guess I don't know if you remember, we called it Eastern and Western divisions or whatever, but we have had to make changes like this, and I think I've mentioned before over 100 times because a lot of people have asked, have you ever seen a spring like this? And I think last week I mentioned it as well, is back in like 92 or 93 when Coach Van Vagel and I were playing, doing this spring thing. We didn't play our first game till April 23rd. Now North and South both had some games prior to last week, and but it's probably the worst spring since then, and the weatherman said it was about 7 degrees colder than normal and the 4th worst April in history, so.
Yeah, this is pretty terrible weather, and coldness and rain is one thing, but when you've got snow sitting on the grass, it's a whole different situation.
It's hard to believe that 17 days ago it was coming down in blizzard formation, and now we're playing, which is great.
Let's talk about the game tonight, Chris, and let's start with the visitors, Sheboygan North. They've got a player back that's really a key player, and that's Jacob Neese. He was out last week, had some health issues, and doctor told him if he felt good, he could play, and obviously he feels good. That's another big bat in the lineup.
It's a huge bat and a big clog at third base. I mean, Jacob's been over there for 2 years and just a junior, Division I prospect. Obviously going to play Division I baseball, and other kids have to step up for that role. And last week, North struggled. They just went 1-4, and not having Jacob in the lineup was part of that there. And third base to me is a big position. To me, you got to have a catcher and a third baseman, and when your leader's not out there, really hurts your defense as well as your offense.
I was just going to say, having Askelevich play third instead of the outfield hurts, and you put Neese back at third along with Witter. It's a very solid infield on the left side, and then you put Nick back in the outfield. That really helps solidify that part too. Tonight, Steve Goes is pitching Ethan Scherg. I had a chance to see him pitch couple of weeks ago. I think it was against Pulaski, and he did a pretty nice job. I see he's gone only 6 innings, and that's partly related to the weather. ERA is a little high at 3.50, but not real bad. What do you know about him?
Well, Ethan has the capability to be, you know, one of the a future #1 pitcher, which he's going to have to be next year. I would say he's probably second on that spot right now, but Ethan's the type of kid that he's got good stuff as long as his control is good. Every once in a while he has a tendency to walk some batters and get them in trouble, but he can be real good. He had a solid summer last year, especially at the tail end of the year. And like I said, someone that I would have expected, like I said, to be probably my #2 pitcher. He also catches a little bit. But with games coming up, Coach Goes looked at the schedule and decided to go with Ethan tonight.
Team batting average for the Raiders is quite low, under 200 yet. Having Neeson in the lineup should help with that. Let's turn our attention to Sheboygan South. They are going to start a kid by the name of Trey Klessig. Trey has gone 7 innings so far this year, has an ERA of 3.00. What do you know about him, Chris?
Well, I think he's a kid too that as long as he throws strikes, he's going to be okay. When he's gotten in trouble this year and such, he's had some couple good outings, and then he had an outing where he got into a little bit of trouble. As long as he throws strikes, you know, I think he's going to be okay. I think that's the key is, you know, walks in situations. One thing you don't want to expose South to is North's running game. And so those free passes might mean automatic spots to second base.
I remember Chuck Zeichert, my manager when I played with the Sheboygan A's, always used to say, them walks will kill you. South, like North, comes in with a team batting average of 181. With those kind of team averages, the pitchers might look awfully good.
Yes, well, it's been cold, Marty, and both teams in the cold. It's so difficult to hit here in Sheboygan, and today with the temperature closer to 70 degrees and the wind blowing out, I expect a lot more offense, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get 7 or 8 hits for each team tonight, and so things will get better. We'll probably talk about, it's kind of strange, Coach Loomis kind of sent us a note here, and he basically stole all my thunder on his notes that Sheboygan South's a team that's played much better this year after last year not winning any ball games, and I think their biggest thing is just learning how to win and finishing. I mean, they've been ahead.
That's a good point, and I noticed in the notes he had mentioned that they've had trouble winning at anything, you know, whether it's football, basketball. You know, I don't know if it counts as checkers because you might play that in the commons with, again, somebody from South is winning when you play that. But there is something to win, playing with the lead.
You know, this is kind of strange. For all the years as myself and Coach Clace basically out there, and to see 2 completely different coaches, it's a little different.
Yeah. I was just looking at the batting averages, and Trey Klessig, who's got double-digit at-bats, is hitting 273. That's one of the better averages, along with Fisher the third. And Colin Brennan, they're all hitting 3 hits. So the batting, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, and South has a lot of kids that played a year ago, and though they took their lumps,
right,
they should be a little bit better off.
Our umpires tonight will be Tom Retzak behind the plate and Ed Bray on the bases. Of course, North is coached by Steve Goes, and South by Derek Lumens. You might know Derek. He is also the manager for the Sheboygan A's, and does a nice job with the kids. He sent me an email today, but he couldn't respond to my question because he was in his 2nd grade class and had to pay attention to those students. But we want to thank both coaches for providing the notes and the statistics that'll help us out. Probably help you out more than me, Chris, but Up in the booth, we have Jeff Risto doing the announcing.
And Scott Witter doing
And Scott Witter running the scoreboard, we think.
And South.
Might want to announce their starting lineup. They'll run out and we just play the national anthem. Oh, you got to call them. That's how we go out. Call our name.
Starting lineup for the home team, Sheboygan South.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education? What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else?
Or will you dare do something different?
Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills.
The smarts?
Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget.
That'd be cool.
Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
They say that when you're facing extreme danger, your life flashes before you. If you think that's sad, consider facing it before you even have enough life to flash before your eyes. Deaths and injuries can be prevented by using the right car seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to know what is appropriate for each age and size.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I bought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
The battery for Sheboygan South will be Trey Klessig on the mound and Ben Soik. Fires are Retzak behind and Ed Bray on the bases. South comes in with 1-3 record, I think it is.
1-3. Yep.
1-3, and South comes in 2-4. So both teams will want to pick it up now. They've had some chances to get on the field, even though the weather's been bad. That'll obviously help them. We had a Pulaski game the other night, and that was their first game on the field, so they haven't been out much. So you'd think the Sheboygan schools would have a little bit of an edge in that respect.
Well, North's actually 2-5, Marty. Their only 2 wins are against South. Their first game against South was a nail biter, a 1-run game. But then last week they 10-run South, and so 2 different games there. South opened the season by beating Manitowoc, but lost to Notre Dame.
So
and
even
South
though
Ice.
some of those games they may have gotten in that appeared to be on the surface a conference game, that
Yep.
all got changed around
Yep.
when
Yep.
the weather got real bad.
Yep. North played.
That was agreed upon, by the way, by the athletic directors
Yes,
and the
yep.
conference commissioner.
Yep. I thought for sure that they do some type of split. Play. so many teams on the north side and so many on the south, and maybe put a 12 or 13 game. But
with north and south and Manitowoc, there are your logical south side teams. Who do you pick out of Green Bay?
Then I would take in De Pere and
Preble or Southwest?
Preble probably would have been the other one, yeah.
But they didn't. They grouped them. Everybody plays each other once. Leading off for Sheboygan North will be Ethan Scherg, tonight's starting pitcher. First pitch by Klessig is a bounced foul. Paul Alvarez, Norris catcher, had to pull himself from the game the other night, Chris. He was not feeling good. Askelevich pulled himself, also not feeling good. Pop up on the infield, and the catch is made. Nice catch by second baseman Cameron Meyer.
Here's the leading RBI man for North.
Yeah, Brent Witter steps in.
Yep. Big debate was either to put Brent first or second this season.
Witter hitting .250.
Yeah, I would have probably kept him in this spot as well.
That second pitch is also a ball. It's 2-0. Beautiful day out, mid-70s, sun is shining, quite breezy. Pitch hits Witter, he'll take first.
Well, same as a walk.
Not a hit by pitch?
Yep. It was a hit by pitch. I was just saying
same as a walk.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Well, over the last two games, North's stolen 12 bases against South. So, they're going to be up and running. It's nice to have a lefty on the field here. Surprised where South's playing Jacob here. He could kill the third baseman if he hits a shot right there.
Jacob Neese swing and a miss on that first offering by Klessig.
He's
only
today.
with 7 at bats, Chris.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have a hit yet.
Yeah, watch for him. He could get one to the fence today, Marty, or over it.
I'll tell you, the wind is blowing from right to left out towards left field. So you're right. If somebody gets it up in the wind.
Ooh. Good swing there. Jacob's a hard worker. He swings.
Jody Brooks in the house.
Yeah, he probably swings 350 out of 365 days, Marty. And they got him picked off.
Throw is off. Throw down to second was off the mark, and Witter never even slid. Guess he gets credit for a stolen base on that.
Oh, he is? You're not going to give an error on that?
No.
Okay, stolen base.
Man on second. 1 out. Ball in the dirt. Witter read it well and gets the third on that wild pitch.
Early Red Wing miscues.
It's giving up a base here and a base there. That's what leads to runs.
First the hit by pitch, then you had him picked off. Then you're throwing in the dirt. And there's
a drive out to left. That's going to be over the left fielder's head and out of here. A home run. You called it, Chris. Jacob Neese with a home run, a 2-run shot to left. Got it up in the jet stream and it carried out. Hit on where it was going, and then
Trees, Marty.
yes,
Now, Nicholas had a home run last year.
Askelevich is another one with good power. He was looking to take that one out too, swinging a foul back. Get a good shot of the back of Tom Retzak. Here you see Askelevich and Soik and our umpire. Good shot there. Sergei Molitor running this camera. Richard Bartson down the first base side running that camera. Robert Ingram in the truck, our director tonight. Chris Wright doing the color, and I'm Mike Martin doing the play-by-play. Curveball hangs up high. It's 3-1. You're welcome, Mr. Witter. It's strike two. Full count now, Chris. What are you looking for here?
Well, Trey doesn't want to obviously walk him, so he's going to come with his fastball.
Pitch stays up high. Askelevich is on with a walk. And that brings up Anthony Call Alvarez.
Not the start Coach Lumens wants. Mistakes, mistakes, mistakes. Now you don't mind the home run. That's the one you don't mind. It's the hit by pitch, the walk, and obviously the pickoff that they did.
You know, it could have been a one-run home run if they make a good throw down to second.
Anthony had the big go-ahead RBI last week against Bayport. Unfortunately, Bayport rallied to.
See Askelevich getting a nice lead off of first base. Nick doesn't strike me as a real fast guy, but I see that Coach Goes has him out in center field tonight. He didn't play center field for you, did he? But you had a couple fast guys
left
last year.
Yeah. I'm wondering where Harry is tonight.
Nick taking a smaller lead this time.
That was a nice pitch.
Yeah. Breaking ball.
If you can get that one in there, he'll keep North off balance. That's a nice pitch.
1 ball and 2 strikes. I would think a 1-2 count would be a pretty good count to run on, or no?
Yep.
Oh, Anthony swinging at a high pitch there, fouled it off. And Askelevich was fooled by Klessig's delivery. He was going back to first on the pitch.
Well, Anthony didn't want that called third strike, even though it was a little high. Just knock it fouled.
Infield is back at all the positions. Askelevich with a great jump. They're not going to throw him out. Soon as the leg came up from Klessig, he went. Bit of a guess, but he guessed right and had a huge jump. Two balls and 2 strikes now to Call Alvarez.
Yes, and it doesn't give Ben much of a chance to throw him out there with that big leg kick.
Another pitch in the dirt. Soik doing a good job of blocking it, keeping in front, and Askelevich held on at third. Held on at second. Another full count. Chris, pitches piling up for Klessig. just got a piece of it, fouled it straight back. Jackson Pottist on the on-deck circle, waiting to get up and hit. Line drive right up the middle, a base hit. Askelevich is gonna go, nope. Coach goes, holds him up. So we have runners on the corners for North. Nice base hit by Carl Alvarez. It's still only one out. Trey Klessig got the leadoff hitter, but hasn't retired a batter since.
A little surprised he didn't.
Pottist has his average up to 125, Chris. He was down below 100.
And probably sent Anthony here too.
First pitch a beauty by Klessig on over the plate.
Jackson's a double play candidate. Anthony's going to be on the move on one of these. There he goes.
Good decision by Soik to throw down to third, see if you could catch Askelevich sleeping. Alvarez with a stolen base. North now with runners on second and third. You mentioned our last broadcast that Pottist pretty clutch with guys in scoring position.
Good pitch.
So a high one. Evens the count at 2-2. Nope, that's strike three. Must have missed one, Chris.
Jackson's got to put that one in play with one out.
Yeah, I agree with you there. James Shear up. Well, if Klessig can strand the two runners, it's not too bad.
No. Really limit the damage.
I was going to say it's almost a win for South.
It's a long half inning.
Have you been counting his pitches?
Yep.
Two and all. James hitting .077. As a pitcher, the last thing you want to do is walk someone that's having trouble hitting the ball. On deck is Devin Lollensack. Of the games I've seen, Chris, Lollensack is not started. This is his first of the games I've been to. Pitch is up high.
See, what I don't like is Soik's not going out there to call. Nobody's calming the pitcher, tell him to take a deep breath. We're one pitch away. And he's just struggling.
That one was in the other batter's box.
Yeah, you want your players to get out there so the coach doesn't have to burn a timeout.
That one was low. Klessig not even close now. Well, Lollensack will not be swinging for probably the next two pitches. Would you have him taken again, Chris, or let him go?
Let him go. He's got to come in.
Swinging a drive out to right, and that drops for a base hit. That'll score two. Hustling over to third on the base hit was Shear. So Lollensack comes through with a 2 RBI single to right. That one really hurts.
Well, 3 of the 4 runs Now he's out there to talk, Derek Loomis.
Going into that at bat, Chris, Devin Lollensack was 1 for 9. He's now 2 for 10. He had 1 RBI on that 1 hit. Now he's got 2 more, give him 3 on the year. It's pretty good production for your 2 hits.
Yep. And the 9th man in the order in a half inning that doesn't seem to go away for South.
Nathan Hendricks up, number 9 hitter. North has went through the order.
Yeah, 2 walks and a hit batsman, Marty.
And 3 hits.
3 hits, but 4 runs. It's always a bad sign.
First pitch, Lollensack steals second. 2 outs. Lollensack and Neese getting the RBI hits for the Northsiders. Pitch is low, 3-0. Well, Klessig's got a base to work with. It isn't the worst if he walks Hendricks.
Yeah, but that brings up the top of the order, Marty.
That part's bad.
Never a good thing. That's one in there.
Chris running out of lead, trying to keep track of the amount of pitches thrown. Is he over 40?
Well, the problem is, Marty, is 4 straight balls to Share, 3 straight balls to Lollensack before the strike and the hit, and now 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 5 here, and that'll be it.
So Klessig goes 2/3 of an inning, and South is going to go to the pen. Jacob Bonin, I believe it is, coming in. Not a good outing for Trey. Jacob Bonin is the new pitcher for South. So far, Klessig has 4 runs to his ledger. Chris, you better get your talking in now. This might be a short one.
Yeah. Coach Loomis talking to Schmitty. They get together. Eric Schmidt's the pitching coach of North. Coach Loomis, of course, the Sheboygan Aids manager in the summer, and Schmitty pitches for him. No, just little things, Marty. Hit by pitch. You had Witter picked off with a nice, easy throw. But Dickey threw wild and just sets up a mess of an inning for the Red Wings.
That's for sure. Bonin comes in. He leads the staff in innings pitched with 9.1. Line drive is foul by Scherg. He does have a 2.25 ERA. That's pretty good. Got a jam to work out of here, but he does have 2 outs. Scherg will want to redeem himself. He wouldn't want to make 2 outs in 1 inning as an open stance. Yeah, he swung on that one. It was a pitch outside, but he couldn't hold up. Makes the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Hit that one foul right at home plate. North has Shear on third, Laulensack on second, and Hendricks over at first. Scherg is up. He drills one to left. Racing back as a left fielder. It's over his head. He can't get it. Head on. Throws in, but that double is going to clear the bases. 3 more runs for North.
Got it up into the wind, Marty, and away she went.
Good point. Outfielders at this level are not used to retreating on balls like that.
And here comes the real trouble. Witter and
He's
back up.
Witter reached on a hit by pitch and he scored on the home run. Seven runs for North. There's a
Another
drive
shot
to left. Head on, retreats, and does make the one-handed grab. But North with a big inning. 7 runs on 4 hits.
I dare you. I dare you to change the world. Yeah, you. Getting that college education.
I dare you to be somebody important.
Like be a teacher or a reality TV star.
I dare you to stand up here.
To call the shots.
To be a role model.
An inspiration. An innovator.
To be a teacher.
Think you can change my life? Make me excited about science like you?
Have a career that really means something?
Then do it.
I dare you.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
All of those runs were earned too, Chris. Classic ZRA is no longer 3.0. Back here at Wildwood Park, where North had a huge first inning, scoring 7 runs on 3 hits. They did get 3 walks and a hit by pitch. That was Witter, but they capitalized on their opportunities for sure.
Well, pretty much as you figured it. You know, when you walk guys and hit batters, teams are going to take advantage, and that's what North did. Again, the 4 hits and 7 runs. Not the way Coach Loomis wanted to do it.
Leading off the bottom of the first is Roger Fisher, the 4th. Fisher steps in hitting 273. So pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Scherg is a quick worker. pitch comes in a little bit high, evens the count at 2-2. Oh, it's 3-1. One's called a strike. Ball's hit up in the air. Pot is coming over, but it's going to be Alvarez making the one-handed catch for the out.
That's a long run for Jackson with his speed.
I was at one of the games. He scored from second on a double, and everybody was cheering him in the dugout. Lars Krugel is up next. He fouls that one back. Ethan Scherg doing a nice job with Fisher to come back after going down 3-1. Another foul. Ball hit to Nice at third. He rifles it over. It gets by Pottist. And Krugel is on at first. You got there, Chris. Who's the error on?
Gotta give it to Jacob there. Did everything right except deliver it there.
Ben Syke, the catcher for South, is up. He had a good workout in that first inning. Did a good job of blocking some balls. First pitch is a strike. On the base paths, or pardon me, in the coaching boxes, on third base is Derek Lumens, the head coach, and over at first is Isaac Lumens. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that's his brother. Pitch in the dirt, and Krugel will make it down to second on that wild pitch.
Now here's the difference here. Anthony going out to settle Scherg down. Hey, you're up 7-zip, no problem. We're okay here.
When you think back, you know, the home run, like you said, you know, those things are going to happen. It's the other 5 runs, you know, if you could have kept those off the board, you know, you feel good about yourself and you're in the ball game. Now it's going to be the task of trying to battle back. Another pitch in the dirt. Giving up bases left and right. Assistant coaches for North are Eric Schmitz, Tim Moyer, Steve Peterson, and Kurt Miller. Kurt working the fire department these days. Swing and a miss. Count evens at 2-2. Breaking ball, beauty. Syke swings and misses, strike 3. There's now 2 outs with the man on third. Colin Brennan is up next.
Number 33, Colin Brennan.
Brennan also one of those kids that's hitting 273. Does have a couple of doubles, so he's got pretty good power. Sure looks in, comes set. Breaking ball is in for a strike. When you're ahead on the count, Chris, it really opens up as a pitcher your options about what you want to throw.
Right, and when you're up 7-zip here, just kind of attack here, just like that.
And swing and a miss is a strikeout, and that ends the inning for South. They come up empty at the end of one full inning of play. North 7, South nothing.
You're doing great. We're going to try this again. Okay? Wheels, pedals, handlebar, brakes. Sit up straight, keep your weight in the center. Keep your eyes on the road, hands on the grips, butt in the seat. You feel ourselves falling, what do?
Just keep
pedaling. Good girl. Remember, it's all about balance and steering. Steer with your hands, steer with your body. Steering to the corners when you stay out of trouble. The bell's your buddy, so go ahead and ding that. All right, you ready? Here we go. Pedal, honey, pedal. There you go, you're a bike rider.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
Hey, I'm Tyler Perry. Do you know what hunger in America looks like? Well, it has many faces, and 16 million of those belong to children. Yet billions of pounds of food go to waste each year, and this is unacceptable. You can be a part of the solution. Join us in supporting the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks, which rescues our surplus foods and provides meals to many families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org today. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Back at Wildwood Park, getting ready to start second inning action. North batted around in the first, and then got Shurg and Witter, their number 1 and 2 hitters, up again. Shurg had the big hit his second time with a bases clearing double. Added runs 5, 6, and 7. Leading off the second now will be Jacob Neese. And on the mound for the Red Wings is Jacob Bonin.
First time up, Jacob hit the trees. Oops, swung like at this time.
Yeah, hit it off the end of his bat. He's got the same ringtone as me. Next up for North is their center fielder, Nick Axelevich.
That's how you want it done. Strikes. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Save those pitches. You only have 100 of them. Healthy swing and a miss. Good delivery by Bonin.
Jacob is 7 of 8 on strikes, Marty.
That's pretty good.
Whoops.
Nice going, Chris. They haven't missed a free throw all night. You always said that when you guys were playing. Their pitch is low. Mr. Wright has been a real downer, Debbie Downer, up here in the press box. 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch on the outside corner for a strike. You know what's hard when you sit up here and you watch these games? Criticizing the home plate umpire to not do that. Now, it was your job for 26 years to criticize the umpires. Talk to me. Somebody talk to me. Pitch is fouled back. Looks like it's going to be out on New Jersey Avenue.
Nicholas walked, stole a base, and scored on the big hit by Lalensack.
Full count. 1 out here in the top of the second. North leading 7-0. Pitch is up high. That's a second walk for Askelevich, Chris. And his 5th on the year already. That's pretty good. Cole Alvarez is up. He got a base hit in the first, stole second, and then scored on Lalensak's 2-run single. He drives one to left right down the line. Pet on over. He makes a diving catch in foul territory. What a grab.
That was a nice effort there. That ball was just continued to go towards the fence. And
Elliot Peton with that grab, and that brings up Jackson Pottist. Askelevich will be going early in the count now, you'd think, right away on that first pitch. Nope. He goes back, ball 1. Doesn't seem to be getting a real good lead over at first, Chris.
he was leaning, Marty.
Yep.
But up 7 to
I
zip.
think the steal sign is up. It's just a matter of if Nick runs or not. Another throw over. Ryan Dickey playing over at first for the Red Wings. There he goes. Sykes throw down the second is a good one, and they got Askelevich on the stolen base. After 2.5 innings of play, North 7, South nothing. Oops, take that back. Inning and a half.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Leading off the bottom of the second for the Red Wings will be their pitcher, Jacob Bonin. Jacob started the game in center field, but Klessig ran into big trouble in the first inning and couldn't work his way through it. Bonin moved to the mound. Shirk's first pitch is a strike. Breaking ball, a beauty for strike 2. Curveball is outside. Showing him that curveball a lot, Chris.
He's getting it in there too.
You get a good shot of Ethan. Pop up into short right center field. Askelevich diving and makes the catch.
Nice play. Both sides now with nice catches.
I think actually one of the things that helped make that play was Shear staying out of the way. You know, he let Nick take it all the way. I'm sure Nick was talking out there, letting him know. Next up is Cameron Meyer. First pitch is a ball. Cam only has 3 at-bats on the year. Looking for his first hit. Swinging a foul, evens the count at 1-1. Ryan Dickey, the South High first baseman, is on deck. Strike on the inside corner. Neese at third is edging up on the pitch. He's just off the grass when he moves up. There's a little blooper. And Neese diving makes the catch in foul ground. What a play. 2 web gems, Chris, in the inning.
Yep, back-to-backers.
First baseman, number 28, Ryan Dickey.
Ryan Dickey up for South. Dickey, the number 7 hitter. Takes a pitch on the inside corner for a strike. Dickey hitting 125 on the year. Lefty takes a swing and misses. Breaking ball is down low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. If you watch Ryan on that swing and miss, Chris, he's stepping with that front foot right at first base.
Yep.
Did there too. That ball is over the head of Lalensack, and Dickey with a double. It just goes to show we don't know a whole lot. He was going the other way.
Number 2, Trey Klesick.
Trey Klesick is up. Klesick moved to center field when they brought in Bonin. Klesick hitting 273. First pitch is a strike. Elliot Petton is on deck. Klesick, the number 8 hitter in the Red Wing lineup.
Can't really worry about the runner here, up 7-0. Just get the out. Another step in the bucket, Marty.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Dickey's on at second. Hit a strong double to left, and that wind still is blowing out from right to left. And he got it up in the jet stream. Carried over Lalensack's head. Let's see if Klesick can come through. 7-0 North. We're in the bottom of the second. Another breaking ball by Scherg.
Not a fan of that pitch, Marty.
Say that again?
Not a fan of that pitch.
You'd rather have it for a strike, right?
I'd rather just throw a fastball and a 8-hitter. You're up 7-0, and
I know you haven't kept track, but it'd be interesting to see curveballs versus other pitches. There's a swing and a miss by Klesick, and that ends the inning for Sheboygan South at the end of 2. North on top, 7-0.
Get caught buzz driving, and you could do some hard time.
Craig, knock it off.
Sorry, Mom.
It could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. And that could set you back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. No.
But getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
As an American, it's hard to hear that we have a serious hunger issue in our country. And as a parent, it's even harder to hear that 1 in 5 of our kids struggles with hunger, especially when billions of pounds of good food are wasted every year. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide billions of meals to families in need right in your community. Visit feedingamerica.org to support Feeding America and your local food bank.
Who's covering?
Together we can solve hunger.
He makes the play for the
Together,
out.
we're Feeding America.
Score that one 3-1. We have to run one less PSA next time so we get back for the start of the inning. We have one out. Pottis bouncing to Dickey, who made a nice play, and then flipped it over to Bonin, who was covering the bag. Just the way you draw it up, Chris.
First day of spring training, you work on that play, Marty.
Yes, sir, but these guys don't have spring training, at least outside.
No, not outside, but they had plenty of spring training indoors this year.
Yeah, exactly. James Shear is up. Shear walked and scored back in the first. Pitches inside, makes the count 2-0. Outfielders for South, they're pretty much straight up. Infield is back. Pop up on the infield. Dropping back and making the catch is Lars Krugel. 2 up and 2 down for South.
Well, Devin delivered the knock to right field, knocked in 2 with 2 outs. To give North a 4-0 lead.
Hollensack with a healthy cut, but he comes up empty. I believe both these teams will be playing on Thursday. Here's a bouncing ball to Krugel. He gets a Sunday hop, fires it over to first for the out. Quick inning for Jacob Bonin. And at the end of 2.5, it's still North 7, South nothing.
So they say it's a man's world? I don't see anybody's name on it.
While they were doing their thing, we slowly changed ours.
Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
Thursday, May 10th, when South plays Pulaski, I believe. Since the schedule was changed, some of these matchups may not be the same as what we had from
I think that's right.
The original.
Right. I'm pretty sure they kept the
McGee. Brandon McGee walking out down there.
Schedule as set.
Former North High pitcher, was signed by Toronto. Krugel is going to, pardon me, got that wrong. Scherg is going to start off this inning against the number 9 hitter for South, Elliot Petton. Shurg has looked pretty good here tonight, this afternoon. Again, Elliott, not many at-bats, Chris. He's only got 3 on the year, looking for his first hit. You know, this weather is really nice when you're outside, but it's pretty stuffy up here in the booth. Be nice if they had a window that opened. You know what it feels like? I'm announcing alone.
Oh, that's just. I agree with you with the.
What's on your mind,
temperature.
man? It isn't baseball. It's just outside. Evens the count at 2-2.
Well, some things I think about with pitching and stuff. You know, I wouldn't do certain things, and I don't.
You gotta verbalize that. Let the fans know what you're
I don't want to
thinking.
say anything. It's coaches.
Well, I mean, you don't have to rip on the kids.
Yeah.
You can rip on me if you want.
No, that's okay.
That's a forced strikeout by Ethan Shurg. And probably the thing that you would like the best, Chris, about that, no walks.
No walks is right. I got Ethan with 27 strikes out of 39 pitches, which is pretty good. Almost 3/4.
First pitch, Fisher hitting over to Witter. His long throw across is right on the money for a 6-3 putout. Now, Roger hit that first pitch, so we couldn't rip on Jackson, but he hit that little foul pop-up in front of the first base dugout that Jackson was saying right from the start. You got it, Anthony. Lars Krugel is up next. Lars reached on an error by Nice. He hit the ball hard right at the third baseman, but Nice made a poor throw. But my point was Lars hit the ball hard.
8 of 10 batters, Ethan Shurg has been ahead of the count, which is.
That's a recipe for success.
Just gonna probably use that term, Marty.
Another bouncer right to Jacob Nice, and that time his throw is on the money, and it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for South. And at the end of 3 complete, North still leading 7-0.
This is the moment I knew his future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
No, it was at college, Coach. Back at Wildwood Baseball Park, there you see Jacob Bonin warming up. Ben Soik, his catcher. And like Shurg had in the last half, batter North, Nathan Hendricks. Hey, the last game when I was doing the pitch count for the Raiders, Hendricks was on the mound and all his teammates on the bench are yelling, "Come on, Hendricksy!"
Not one, not two, but the throw to the
Yeah, all three
infield
guys.
goes, missed it.
No, 2 guys. 2 out of 3. When it stops rolling, it'll be safe to pick it up. First pitch is a strike. Nathan is hitting an even 200, 2 for 10. And a valuable member though, Chris. He's quite versatile, does a little bit of pitching, plays some infield. Could move him around.
Well, he'll play short when Witter pitches. Looks like Jackson will throw on Friday. They play Pulaski for the 3rd time as well, which is strange. North has lost to Pulaski both times, but now it's like we mentioned when it started.
Yeah, those don't count anymore.
And then North, I know, has Ashwaubenon here on Saturday. They play De Pere on Monday, and next week against Notre Dame.
Pitch is fouled up in the air. Soik has beat on it, and he's got it for the out. Nice play by Ben Soik. 1 out. It's 5 in a row now for Bonin. And 7 out of 8. The only runner to reach was Askelevich back in the 2nd on a walk. Back to the top of the order. Ethan Scherg. Scherg 1 for 2. He doubled in 3 runs in that 1st inning. It's a bouncer to 3rd, and not able to make the play was Colin Brennan. That'll be an error. Witter's next. Witter's 0 for 1.
And here come the horses.
Yeah, you're right there. Witter hit the ball very hard last inning, but Elliot Petton out and left made a real nice play. Catch that long fly ball. Wind is still blowing from right to left, so anything up in the jet stream will ride out of here. Already got 1 home run. Jacob Neese hitting 1 to deep left.
And he's on deck.
And he's on deck is right. There's a drive down.
Not going to get this
to
one.
left field. That one's going to be out of the reach of Petton, and Witter's going to coast into 2nd with a stand-up double. It's a sweet swing, huh, Chris?
Sure is. Missed that.
Jacob Neese is up next. He's 1 for 2. You talk about first time up, hit the snot out of the ball, and no doubter to left. The next time, a little dribbler to the pitcher.
Yeah, well, pitch was a little slower, and he was way out in front, so that's what caused that there.
Runners now at 2nd and 3rd. There's a ball right down the 3rd base line. Nice stop by the 3rd sacker, Brennan, and he makes the play at 1st, but a run will score, and Witter will move up to 3rd.
How ironic, the simple comebacker drops it, and then the shot down the line, you get up and throw him out. Give Jacob his 3rd RBI, though, of the game, and 8-0 now for the Raiders.
Askelevich up. He's looking for his 1st official at bat. He's walked twice, scored once, takes that 1st pitch for a ball. There's a line drive at the shortstop. Does a great job of keeping it in front. And Krugel makes the play over at 1st. That was a dandy too, Chris. North scores 1. It now makes a score after 3.5, 8-0.
Hey, Gabby, how you doing? How was the play date and sleepover?
Dad, it was great.
Awesome. Okay, I'm on my way. Hey, guys, what are you doing?
We're going swimming. We're going biking. Yeah!
I'll see you in a little bit, guys. I love you.
Hi, babe. How was school today?
Hi, Dad. It was great.
Okay, honey. I'll be home soon. Remember, you're never too far away from your kids to be a dad. Reach out and take a second to check in, because sometimes the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Oh, look, a redhead.
Staring contest.
You still got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Loosening up the North pitcher is Brendan Fortin. Oh, he's going to give it up to Anthony Call Alvarez. Anthony was the on-deck hitter. That's why it took him a little longer to get out there. There you see Ethan Scherg. Ethan has a good game going, throwing a one-hitter. After that first half inning, Chris, the game has moved along pretty well. Ben Soik will lead off the fourth. That'll be 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Red Wings.
Unofficially, I have Ethan Scherg with 43 pitches, Marty.
That's not bad at all.
I think he called that a strike.
Ball 1.
Oh. Well, he gestured his hand.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Bouncing ball up the middle. Witter cuts it off, throws across, just got him by half a step.
Woo. Like it was nothing, Marty.
Reminded me of not Mitchell Gardner. Shortstop, Tom Gardner. He liked to measure kids all the time at short. He had a real good arm.
Boy, just casually goes over there, fields it cleanly, and threw him out by a step or two. Very nice job.
Very nice. Colin Brennan up. We're in the bottom of the fourth. North up 8-0. They had a 7-run first inning, highlighted by a 2-run homer by Jacob Neese, a bases clearing double by Scherg, and a 2-run base hit, 2-run single by Devin Lawlensack. Ethan Scherg's hit was really a beauty. That one really put South down by a lot. 4-0 was one thing, but then when you jump it up to 7, boy.
And he's
really
pitching
tough.
well, Marty.
Huh?
He's pitching well.
And he's pitching well, right? And down goes Brennan. Fifth strikeout by Ethan.
Jacob Bonin.
And that brings up Jacob Bonin. A good shot. Jacob.
Looking at North defensively, Marty's just 3 seniors on the field, Marty, so majority of these guys will all be back next year. Battle tested. So
Battle tested is right.
Though they're just 2 and 5 to start the season, gaining valuable experience as they start conference play. and for later in the year. Pottis, Estelevich, and Alvarez are your only seniors.
Pottis, Alvarez, and who was the other one?
Estelevich.
Okay.
Nicholas in center.
Three real nice players, too. Pitch hit Bonin. He'll take first. There are 2 outs. Camp Meyer is up. Meyer playing over at second base. He hit that foul pop-up down the left field line that Neese retreated on and dove and made a diving catch in foul territory. And that was actually the second really nice play of the inning. The first was Askelevich making that catch in short right center field. And we had a web gem by the Southsiders too in that last half inning with Krugel making a real nice play at short for the third out. And
Brennan made
Brennan
that diving,
actually making a nice play at third too.
Yep.
And we didn't even mention Pedon's catch earlier in the ball game. So we've seen some pretty good defense. Both teams sitting with only 1 error, which is quite good for high school baseball. Pitch is a strike, makes the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes on Meyer. Meyer's another kid, Chris. He has very few at-bats, only 3. Matter of fact, only 1 at-bat, 3 plate appearances. Bouncing ball to Pottis, who makes a nice play and steps on the bag unassisted to end the inning.
Like a cat.
Yeah, like a cat. Yeah, right. At the end of 4 complete, 8-0 North.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Back at Wildwood Baseball Park and South, bringing in a new pitcher, Roger Fisher, the 4th. Roger was playing in right field. He'll move to the mound, and Jacob Bonin will move out to right. Make that change. Lineup has stayed the same for South, just the position changes.
Yeah, Bonin went pretty good, Marty. 3 1/3, allowed just 2 hits, 1 walk, no strikeouts, but he only allowed 1 run.
And that was unearned.
As is the case, as we look at the scoreboard, 8 runs, 5 hits for North.
Roger Fisher, according to these stats, has only pitched 1/3 of an inning. Had a tough outing though. Let's just say his ERA is above 10.
Got to throw strikes.
Look at your own paper. God almighty. Fans, I'm beside myself. I put all this stuff together for Chris, all the things that
I was looking
got
at
from
it
the
before.
coaches. Paper clipped it together so he knows it's here. You know what? The paper clip is still on the paper.
I was looking at previous games
you
before,
were looking
Marty.
at nothing. Fisher's first pitch is swung on and missed. And I bought the waters again tonight.
He did.
Drive out to center field by Alvarez, but Klessig makes the catch.
Good at bats by Anthony Call Alvarez all 3 times tonight. Hit the ball pretty well.
He's a good receiver.
They are totally shifting on Jackson here.
Yeah,
and he loves the 5-6 spot. Oh,
well, I don't know how that pitch missed him. It's down at his legs and skipped in there. He didn't get hit.
He loves the 5-6 hole, Marty.
Tom Retzak wants him to tuck his shirt in. Actually, the shirt was out the entire game. I noticed that right away in the first inning. Jackson is 0 for 2. Does a nice job over at first base. Nice
he's
big
a better
target.
pitcher.
Huh?
But he's a better pitcher.
No kidding. That might be his best position. The pitch is a strike.
Inside corner.
He hit the ball fairly hard last time up to Ryan Dickey, who made a real nice play and then flipped it over to Bonin for the out. That pitch misses, and now it's 3-1. Soik actually hit Pottis' leg when he threw it back to Roger Fisher, the fourth, and Pottis didn't like the call. He thought it was inside. That makes it a full count, 3-2. Pottis hits it hard, but foul down the right field line. He had a good shot at Jackson. Sergei Molitor behind home plate running that camera. Richard Bartson giving you that shot. Robert Ingram in the truck, our director tonight. Chris Wright on the color when he feels like it. And I'm Mike Martin doing the play-by-play. Pottis draws a walk.
Well, walks have been a problem for Roger, and another inning, another walk.
In this one game that he appeared in, Chris, he gave up 3 walks. So, got that nailed. Nice scoop behind home plate by Ben Soik.
As much as Coach Goes likes to run, Jackson will not be running.
Did you see that clip about the Little League? I mean, Little League, real little guys. Coach told his runner on third to run as fast as he can to home plate. Oh, head-on almost ran in too far and had to reach back, but he did make the catch on James Shear's fly ball. So up next is going to be Devin Lawlensack. So anyway, the kid, instead of running as fast as he can, he kind of goes real slow, taking each step. It took about almost 25 seconds for him to play the clip, and then when he gets to home plate, of course, he slides. Run as fast as you can. Running over at first base is Brendan Fortin.
Probably close out Jackson's day.
Right. Lawlensack is at the plate. And there you see Brendan, number 44. Brendan normally plays first base.
No sense getting your guy hurt, Marty.
He might be the second pitcher this week.
Yep, he'll throw on
Thursday?
Friday against Pulaski, and then next Thursday against Notre Dame.
Hey, Chris, what are they going to do? Because I know during the course of the season you guys have double headers scheduled. Are they going to still play them as a double header, but just count the first game?
I don't think any. Well, no, there was not supposed to be any conference games
on the weekend.
Double headers this year. I don't know. Something must have happened with Ashwaubenon because they should have been playing on Thursday. So I don't know what happened there.
The bouncing ball rolls through for Lawlensack, his second hit of the ball game. And Fortin moves up to second. That brings up Nathan Hendricks.
So I think I thought rumors that Ashwaubenon was coming. They're going to play 2 games, but I'm not certain about that. But only the first game would count as a doubleheader. But this year the conference chose not to play doubleheaders
at all.
At all.
Okay.
Yeah. And so they spread it out to Mondays and Fridays. Traditionally, it was Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and now they've eliminated all doubleheaders in conference play.
That's interesting.
First time that's ever taken place. Oof, good pitch.
Pitch a little bit high. Ball 2 and no strikes to Hendricks. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and scored back in the first. Have 2 outs and runners on first and second for the Raiders. They lead it 8-0. Big first inning set the tone for this ball game. Another walk by Fisher.
Another thing that Roger needs to do is pause, Marty, in the
Is he looking at a balk?
Well,
or just rushing, generally speaking.
Well, I think he's there. See, he's not really coming to a complete stop, and I'll tell you, Ethan Sherg didn't hit a good ball there.
No, that was not a good one. And Fisher able to make the play and throws out Fortin at home.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Hi, may I please have an application? Thank you.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Okay.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
There you see Isaac Lumens talking to Coach Tom Retzek. I wonder if Derek Lumens is going to send up some pinch hitters. He's got the 7, 8, and 9 batters coming up. First one is Ryan Dickey. Dickey doubled to left, by the way. That's the only hit for South.
New hitter here, Marty?
Yes, we do. New hitter is Trevor Bratz.
Number 16, Trevor Brown.
Bratz is senior. Brendan Fortin did stay in the game and playing first, Marty.
Thank you for that, Chris. Sherg's first pitch to Bratz is a strike. Bratz is 1 for 6 on the year, gives him a 167 batting average. It's a slow roller down the first base side, foul. Steve Goes made a nice play. Of course, he had to wait till it stopped rolling, but still made a nice throw. I think we mentioned this earlier, Chris, but our next broadcast is going to be May 10th. South plays Pulaski. There's a breaking ball for a strike. Scherg got that one in nicely. And Bratz not able to catch up to it. Trey Klessig's going to remain in the ball game.
Kind of been a strange season, Marty. North's 8th game, but they've only been on the road once.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and playing South 3 times for home games as well. So they have a few road games left, not too many. Just 4
With
more,
the abbreviated schedule, that's going to certainly cut down on the number of road games too.
Save on the budget for busing.
Klessig, again, one of those South hitters that likes to step in the bucket on the swing.
Yep.
Didn't hurt Dickey when he doubled, but Klessig had not gotten close. That one's popped up on the infield. Hendricks calling and making a play. And a couple of quick outs for Ethan Scherg. Now he's looking at Elliot Petton, but Elliott's not batting. Another pinch hitter. Jackson Penny is going to come in and pinch hit.
He also a senior.
First pitch is a strike.
Boy, Ethan's pitching well, Marty.
He's money in the bank tonight. You know, it might have been Southwest that he pitched. And he did a nice job that night. He kept North in the ball game until late. He got tired and walked a couple hitters, and kid got a hit to make a 1-run game into a 3-run game. I think it ended up 5-2 North lost, but they played him very tough, and Scherg was a big part of that. Last year, the WIA instituted that pitch count rule. And Chris, during the summer, asked if I wanted to have a spring job counting pitches for North, so I did. And it was a lot of fun, and now they can't get rid of me.
Yeah, 100 pitches is your limit. And Ethan, not even close tonight. I always think it should be 105 pitches, but they made it 100. Oh, oh.
Pitches outside for a walk. Press box guys yelling at Mr. Wright. Roger Fisher batting. That was the first walk by Ethan Scherg. He's had a real good night in terms of his control.
Yeah, just a hit batter and a walk.
Penny taking a good lead off of first, Chris. Look at that. Of course, Fortin is hanging back, playing behind the runner.
The big lead, you don't have to hold them on.
Are you hearing me through your microphone? Through your headset?
Know.
I'm not hearing you. Curveball for a strike. At least everything's working, including the crew. And Anthony Cole Alvarez had 6 in a row. That steal by Penny broke the streak, Chris.
We had a big lead, and then the ball was in the dirt, so took the extra base. Or
yeah, that actually wouldn't be a stolen base. That should be probably a wild pitch, eh?
Or defense.
Well, wouldn't be defense indifference because he didn't go until the ball was in the dirt.
Right.
We're going to give it a wild pitch. Anthony's streak is alive and kicking. 2-2 the count to Roger Fisher, the 4th. And he lines one foul. On to New Jersey Avenue, into the parking lot.
Haven't seen too many of those tonight.
No. One of the reasons why I don't think that happens as often is the kids don't throw as hard as like when you're watching Sheboygan A's games.
Right.
But Scherg brought that one pretty good. There's a hot shot over to Hendricks. Smooth pickup and a throw to first for the final out. And at the end of 5, North still on top, 8-0.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. This is unacceptable, and something Feeding America is working to solve. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States, including yours. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Okay. Getting ready to start the 6th inning. Since that 7-run first, there hasn't been much scoring, only 1 run by North, nothing by South. And we had talked about that in the opening, Chris, about the team batting averages not being very high. And it's showing 4th in innings 2 through 6 or 5.
Well, here come the horses for North. And we'll see how Fisher gets through this group.
Well, you know, Witter, Neese, and Askelevich are going to be swinging the bat, and Alvarez behind those 3. So you're right, coming up with 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's going to be a tough half inning. Witter is 1 for 2. He doubled back in the 4th, scored a run in the 1st. Which is a strike. Pitch evens the count at 1-1. Which is a little high. Not with his left hand.
Pretty good pitch.
Witter hitting .277 with his 1 hit today. Well, and then Fisher compounds matters. They don't even have to hit the ball. Walks that first hitter.
Once again, walks, 3 walks for Fisher. Same as he had last time he was out.
Nice, his first hit of the year.
There's our balk,
time
Marty.
being called, and they call a balk. That might go back to what you were talking about, Chris. He's not pausing on the mound.
No, he just gets it and goes. There was no, the umpire did not put the ball back into play. That's why you cannot pick him off.
Yeah, Tom Retzak pointed at Roger Fisher IV, signaled the ball's in play. First pitch is in the dirt. Soik doing a pretty good job behind the plate, Chris, keeping the ball in front of him as best he can, and he does have a runner throwing out at second. Nice with a hard swing, but the pitch was inside. All he could do was pull it foul. One ball, one strike. Witter's on at second base. He walked and then moved to second on the balk.
Whoops.
It's way inside. Hey, get your bat out of the way.
Seen that a few times over the years. Pitch hits the bat. And I've seen it go fair.
Oh.
You've probably seen that a lot more with years experience with games. It's just not
He's
a good
hit that ball foul, and Soik diving but couldn't make the play.
See, and Jacob's got to lay off that stuff. You know, he's better than that, and a couple of his swings today haven't been his best. That's not one over the middle of the plate. He's turning on it so quickly instead of letting the ball come to him.
Soik is only a junior, so he'll be back next year.
I know Coach Goes was looking forward to him this summer.
Pitch is outside. Count is now 3 balls and 2 strikes. We have nobody out. We're in the top of the 6th. North on top, 8-0. Witter's on at second base.
That's going to be trouble.
Foul, our ball hit to right field and deep. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Witter is going to score. Nice is going to try to get the third, and he'll make it with a triple. That was impressive, Chris, going the other way.
And with good power, his 4th RBI of the game.
That brings up Axelevich. Nick is 0 for 1 with a couple of walks and a man on third. Even if North takes a 10-0 lead south, we'll still get there at bat in the bottom of the 6th.
The trouble all started with the walk, Marty.
Yep, you're right. Oop, the dog saw the ball, but the lady wouldn't let him get it. She's walking on New Jersey Avenue. The ball is laying right by the fence on the inside.
South playing in. Because they don't want that 10th run to go. The ball in play. Cade Frederickson is on the on-deck circle for Anthony Call Alvarez.
Hanging breaking ball, but all Askelevich could do is foul it.
But he really did a nice job, Marty, of sitting in there, waiting for the break and then knocking it foul.
He's a pretty good hitter with 2 strikes.
Asked him to hit in a 4-hole a year ago. Don't see a lot of fastballs in that spot, so it's very difficult, especially for high school kids. Got to be patient, and he really showed it on the previous pitch.
He's taking a short lead off a third. Count is even at 2-2. North up 9-0. Timeout. Fisher's delivery, and Akselevich fouls it back. Now people might say, why does the home team, north or south, always take the north side dugout?
I think it was the A's, Marty.
Well, I was thinking more, you got the batting cage on that side. There's no batting cage on the other side. And
closer to the
warm-up mound is pretty awesome back there too. Pitch is called strike 3. And that brings up a pinch hitter for North. Number 3, Cade Fredrickson. Cade scored the winning run. Was it the winning run? He scored the lead run, then they gave up the lead later in the game, but he came in as a pinch runner, and I think that was one of the games we broadcast, wasn't it?
Last week against Bayport.
Yeah. It's a nice highlight for his career here at North. Pitch is up high. 1-1 is the count.
Now, when you get a guy on third base with nobody out, you like to get that run in. Cade's going to do it.
Ball is hit to right, and diving catch is made by the right fielder, Penny. But Nice running smartly, tags up and scores on the sac fly.
Yeah, Jacob didn't have to. They threw over to third, but he didn't have to leave on that. He didn't leave early. I was watching the play, and I noticed he did not leave early. That's a. See if Coach Lumens can talk the officials into this, but I was watching clearly that Jacob was waiting till he rolled over and then took off running. It was a great catch.
It was. Jackson Penny making that catch out and right.
But Jacob was sitting there. And here's Brendan Fortin. He had 3 hits against South a year ago.
Brendan came in to pinch run for Jackson Pottist and stayed in to play first. Nobody on base now, but there are 2 outs. Roger Fisher, the 4th, still on the mound. Bonin went 3 1/3. Chris mentioned that earlier. Fisher's on for his 2nd inning of work.
Seven South pitching walks today, Marty.
Owen Dominguez on deck waiting to hit. He's hoping that Fortin gets on. Whoa, Eplich hit Brendan. He's going to go to first. Second Raider to get hit by a pitch.
Yep, that's 9 free passes with hit by pitches, and
Dominguez up for North. Brendan not a running threat, so Roger Fisher, the fourth, can concentrate on the hitter. Pitch is inside. Makes the count 2-0. There you see it, North on top, 10-0. If South doesn't come up with a run in the bottom of the sixth, the game is over via the 10-run rule. You called it early, Chris. You said the main thing with Fisher is he's got to throw strikes, and he's had trouble with that.
Just counting up
both of his innings of work.
Yeah, I was just counting up, Marty. Half of his pitches are balls, and that's just not getting it done. And it's getting worse for him. Where you look at Scherg, who's 49, strikes 75 pitches. And here's another pinch hitter.
Ethan Brooks stepping in to hit as a pinch hitter.
4 walks and a hit batter. Trying to drive in that insurance run.
Fisher in the stretch, comes set, delivers a pitch low.
Boy, the last thing you want to do as a pinch hitter is to take balls. You want to get up there and hit, and Owen didn't get a chance. Brendan gets plunked, and now
in one of the games,
Ethan doesn't
Brooks
have any.
was waiting on deck. He says, "I'm going to end this game when I get up there." So I think it was a 10-run
I think it was
game,
against South. It was against
he
South.
He came up and they walked him intentionally.
Yep, the 11-1 game.
Went to the next guy. Two balls and 1 strike to Brooks. Mom and Dad sitting down in the stands watching him. Jody's took a new job. Rec department in Shorewood. Take that one for a ball. That loads him up. Each runner on base got on after the second out was made. And looks like we're going to have a change. Oh, when you run through all these pitchers, doesn't it mess you up for your next game this week? You know, especially if you got a game on.
Well, and it's
I know this is Thursday,
yeah, it's
right?
the amount
or is
of
this
pitches
Tuesday?
too.
It's hard to keep track of the days when you're retired, Chris. The new pitcher for South is Cameron Meyer. He's moving from second base to the mound.
Nine South walks, Marty.
That's too many.
Cameron Meyer.
5 walks by Fisher in an inning and 2/3. One strikeout.
Yep, 2 hits, 1 strikeout, 1 hit by pitch, and
He looks pretty good in warm-ups, Chris.
Yep. Well, he's getting plenty of warm-up pitches. They're not counting them.
Cameron Myers now pitching, Jeff.
Well, there's no doubt these teams don't want to see each anymore more this year.
They've gotten to know each other pretty well.
Yep.
This was pretty long ago, probably at least 15 years ago. I was umpiring, and the A's scheduled. They had a regularly scheduled game with Cedarburg Mercs, and then somebody canceled out ahead of time, so Denny Coy came back again and played. And then I had them once or twice out at Plymouth, and then I had them, they came to Sheboygan a third time, and I had them, and I said to those guys, you know, I've had your game so often this year, I should be in the team picture. All righty. Hendricks is up.
No, Tyson Schuckert is up.
Tyson Schuckert, like I said, is up. Tyson batting for Hendricks. Myers pitches outside. He looked better in warm-ups, Chris.
He had too many.
Schuckert couldn't check his swing. Makes it count 2 balls and 1 strike. Tyson fouls that one straight back. Got Fortin on at third, Dominguez at second, and Brooks at first. Schuckert is at the plate. Cam Myers' pitch is low and outside, and that loads it up. Those runners on base should be off, Chris.
Yep, on the pitch.
And he takes strike 3. And that ends the inning, but North does score 2 runs to give them the 10-run lead. Let's see if Scherg comes out to finish the ball game. He is. We'll be right back with North on top, 10-0.
Give me a spot. You know my motto, safety first.
They could be dangerous. I think we should call animal control.
Animal control?
To be safe.
Don't worry. I got this. It's a new motto.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
Back at Wildwood Baseball Park, getting ready to start the bottom of the 6th. If South cannot come up with a run, the ball game's over because of the 10-run rule.
There's some changes.
Before we get too far, Chris, let's mention that our next ball game will be Thursday, May 10th, when South plays Pulaski. Look forward to bringing you that game.
Ethan Brooks is now in the game playing left, Marty.
Who's that?
Ethan Brooks is playing left. Owen Dominguez is in right. I think Brett Becker is playing second. And at short is Hendricks.
So a lot of defensive changes for North. Coach trying to get his boys in.
And as usual, Ethan Scherg ahead, pitching a beauty today. Just 77 pitches so far, Marty. 50 of them for strikes. You'll take that every single time. You win a lot of ball games, even if you're not, you know, the favorite or anything, as long as you're throwing strikes.
Yeah, you're right there.
As I said, he throws a ball.
2 balls and 1 strike to Krugel, who in the ball game is 0 for 2. He did reach on an error and made it all the way to third, but was stranded there. The pitch goes off the glove of Cole Alvarez. One walk in the ball game so far for Ethan Scherg.
Yeah, that was last inning, and now he locked the leadoff here. And
let me ask
everybody
you this,
in the
Chris.
park wants the last thing he
think
wants is balls here.
Part of his problems now is just fatigue?
I don't think so. I think he's just trying to throw a strike and.
Ben Soik is up next for the Red Wings.
Unofficially 80 pitches now. That's not.
Yeah, that's not too many.
Right. But
of course, you must have noticed this over the years, I would think. I mean, it's probably not always the case, but your smaller guys are going to fatigue quicker. So 80 pitch for a small guy might be more fatigue, obviously, than a guy who's, let's say, 6 feet, 175, 180.
And Ethan's the type of player, too, as we've mentioned in the past. He's a catcher. And he likes to catch the day after he pitches, and he's not so bad, so.
First pitch is a strike. We got a man on first. Pitch is outside. Krugel's on at first. Soik is at the bat. Scherg. Trying to find the play a little more consistently here in this last inning. What did you look at from a pitcher to make a determination if he's getting tired or not?
Not throwing strikes, Marty.
Okay.
I think you're right on
one
with
of the
that.
things I look at is the elbow. If the elbow starts to drop on the pitches, that means he's getting tired too. Ball is hit out to right field. Catch is made out there.
Tough sun, Marty.
Yeah. I don't know if Shear's still out there.
Owen Dominguez.
Dominguez out and right. That's right, you mentioned that. Dominguez out and right makes the play.
Nothing Scherg wanted more was that strike and an out there. Got that first one.
Brennan is up next. Brennan is 0 for 2. Krugel's still at first.
This is
Down
what he
10
does
to
sometimes.
nothing. You wouldn't think he'd run.
No, well.
Well, you
it's
might
kind of
want
the
to get him in position
baseball.
to keep the game on.
Baseball rules: you don't run when you're up by 10 or down by 10. But you can see Ethan kind of falling off a little bit, Marty. Towards first base.
He's doing all those gyrations on the mound, Chris. We didn't see any of that the first 5 innings.
That was sweet.
Breaking ball is in for a strike, makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's 1 out. We're in the 6th inning. Scherg trying to complete the shutout.
Brennan having a tough day at the plate. Doesn't want to strike out a 3rd time today.
Bouncing ball to 3rd. Neese over to 2nd. And the second baseman can't make the play.
When you put new
All
guys in.
runners are safe.
E4.
Oh, definitely an E4 on that one.
Left fielder, number 17, Jacob Bowman.
Like maybe that second baseman had a little trouble getting the ball out of the sun, Chris. It's the only thing I can think of. Jacob Bonin is up. Jacob is 0 for 1. He did reach on a hit by pitch. Had a good 3 1/3 innings on the mound.
He also had that ball that was hit that Nicholas Askovolevich made a great play on.
Yep.
Back in the second.
Yep. I remember that play. Beautiful night here at the ballpark. Still sunny. Wind is still blowing out to left. Sherg paints that outside corner with that pitch. Like a fastball. See what he comes with here.
Wow.
Breaking ball is in for a strike, and Alvarez throws the runner out at third.
To
a
end the
double
game.
play ends the game. Wow. Oh, Chris.
Well, that makes it 6 in a row for North, Marty.
And
nice
that
job by
ends
Ethan
the
Scher
ball
tonight.
game. North a winner, 10-0. Chris, anything else to say before we sign
No,
off?
just Ethan Scherg, nice job, and the bats came alive for North.
Some big hits. One more time, North a winner, 10-0. Our next ball game will be Thursday, May 10th, when South hosts Pulaski. We look forward to bringing you that game. For the crew and my partner, Chris Wright, I'm Mike Martin saying thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.